Hi everybody, it's Diana with Stamping with Di. Welcome to my YouTube channel and this week's Di's Shorts. And I thought today I would have some fun with some online exclusive stuff. I also want to explain better my mini masterpiece. I've been having some questions about it, and that totally makes sense since I have been doing my goodies and guts so long and switching over to these. So I'm going to explain that as well. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Diana, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm in Santan Valley, Arizona. So welcome, welcome. So glad that you're here. I come and I do a video premiere Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays, and then a quick little video on Saturday. And that is a video from the past, and I have just kind of edited it, speeded it up, put it to some toe tapping music, and so yeah, those are always fun, because sometimes it might be something you missed and you might go, oh, that's kind of cute, and then you can refer back to the regular length video. So if there's ever anything you want me to show on any of my videos, make sure you let me know. Alright, so I am with you during the video premiere, and I'm in the chat room, so you want to make sure that you head over there if you have any questions. If you're watching the replay, just leave a comment below. YouTube will let me know, and then I can reach out to you. Okay, so let's get started. Close your eyes for a second while I get my camera adjusted. So I've had some questions. I've had some new customers, and you are just curious. Okay, so every month I offer a goodies, which are, I do a different goodie each month. So if you order $75 before tax and shipping, you could earn a goodies, or I have changed from the other choice to the mini masterpiece. So every month it'll be a different one, and this is the one for July. So if you order $75 from me in my online store during the month of July before tax and shipping, you can pick one or the other. If you want both, a lot of people get both, then just simply make sure that you're ordering at least $150 before tax and shipping in the month, and you'll get both. This can be one single order. It can be multiple orders, as long as the total comes to either the $75 or the $150. Now also keep in mind that I will be doing my customer selector so that you get the next mini catalog that starts in September. So you have to have ordered at least $50 before tax and shipping from me for the last 6 months. So if you have not, July, you could order in July, and if it's $75 before tax and shipping, you could earn either one of these. All right, I also am thinking that I might offer a mini masterpiece. It would be a surprise one to my class and the male people. So I'm just kind of toying with that idea, as well as like maybe a special, so those would be like a limited time only kind of one just for that class. And then the same thing for my socials. I might put one in there as well, because they are super cute, and like I said, I love sitting here and coloring and making stuff. So I've been toying with that idea. But goodies and mini masterpiece for July are these right here. If you have any questions at all about them, make sure you holler at me, because I want to make sure that you're not confused in any way. All right, so let me put those off to the side. And so yeah, so I mentioned about the customer selector, because I have to do that by the end of this month, and then that way you'll get the next mini catalog in the mail. I figure if you haven't ordered at least $50 before tax and shipping in the last 6 months from me, then you're not stamping anymore, or you're stamping with another demonstrator, and then you'll get your mini from them. Okay, so let's see bonus days. So remember, when you're placing your order in this month, that you're going to get a coupon for every $50 before tax and shipping. So make sure you keep track of those. There's the code I talked about. And then here is my class of the mail for July, which is the Attention Shoppers bundle. So that's what I mean. If you do this class of the mail, I'm thinking of putting a special mini masterpiece in there that will be just for this class only, just as a limited edition, just for fun. Okay, so I wanted to play with some online exclusives, and I'm going to play with this one. So this right now, if you're watching this video, like things change, right? Things run out. You do have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, though, to get the refills and things like that. But, so these are the item codes. So 164388 is a refill. And then there's also 164385, and it says kit. So that might have the stamp set. But I'm just going to play with this right here, which is just the refill, because there's no stamp set, which is fine, because I just want pieces of the kit. All right, let me put that back there. So I just want pieces of the Sweet Springtime. And I love to grab like Paper Pumpkin refill kits, you know, other things, because a lot of times those kits only have things that you can get just in that kit. And I like to use them, you know, obviously, you know, for myself, for classes, and I thought today would be fun to use this kit. So I'm going to pull out, so this kit came with some little not post-its, little glue dots. It also comes with dimensionals and these cute little blings here. So I'm going to pull the dimensionals and the bling out. And I also made 3 different cards, this little box, and I'm going to save those for another time. I do want this though, and I want a little envelope, and I want this card here. And then I'm just going to put this aside, and I'll have it, you know, for another time. It also came with, not washi tape. Good grief, Diana. Tear tape and some thread. And I'm just going to put that back there, and I'll use that for something else. All right, so now what I did was, I'm also going to use the Rhino Ready. Now this is an online exclusive stamp set, and I did this as a class, and I haven't pulled these little guys out for a while, and I thought, you know what? These guys are going to be perfect for this this card. So I pulled that out. Now at one time, and this is why you want to always check those online exclusives, because at one time this did have a die, and you can't get the die anymore, so you just have to fussy cut them out, which is not a big deal. Alright, so I'm going to do some coloring with the blends. So I'm going to stamp with my Memento Tuxedo. And we're going to do this little cutie. The little bird on his back. I also want this little one. And she's just kind of sitting there. I also want some grass. And I thought that was perfect for this as well, because this grass looks a lot like the grass that's on this kit. Alright, so I wanted 3 grasses, and it also has this cute little noise maker. I want that as well. Okay. And then I'm going to quickly cut those out. And ta-da! Alright, so I have my cute little envelope already ready to go. And so what I did was, so this is just a regular card base that I cut. It's a thick cardstock. I just scored. And here are my pieces. Now what I did do, this goes on the inside, I cut this apart because I just want this. And then I have my cute little bunnies that I can use on something later. This also makes a cute little postcard. So if you want to just send somebody a little card in the mail, you can simply, use it like a postcard. All right. And then I also cut down a couple of, of these, so I had a little strip on the inside. If you want, and you didn't want to mess up the card, you could cut the envelope if you want and use a plain envelope. So if you want to make them go even further. But I chose to cut this. Now it is the same size as the front of the card. Like, it's the same size of the card. So I'm going to get my green tip glue. And I'm going to put my green tip glue on the front of my card here. This just gives me a little wiggle room compared if I use seal, then it would be stuck like immediately. All right, I'm just going to turn this, line that up, and then just kind of tap tap and get that in place there. So now you have your cute little card with that on the front of it. Okay. I also want this on the inside. So this is just a little strip, and I'm just going to use my seal, which is hiding. So Jeff and I have to go pick up our new glasses. We were going to do it yesterday, and then yesterday was a holiday, and we're like, are they open? And we thought they might be open, but we just didn't want to mess with, holiday traffic and all that kind of stuff. We sound like old people, right? Holiday traffic. All right, so I'm going to put the Hope Your Birthday is Wild. And there's a cute, cute little bird. So I'm just going to stamp the bird, and I'm going to squat down a little bit so I can put the little bird right there. Okay. Now this kit also has this cute little banner. So you can do it, whichever way you want. I'm going to stamp it this way because I stamped it the other way on the other one, and then you can decide which direction you like better. And I'm going to have it say, "It's a great day." And this greeting fit perfectly in the little banner. So it was like this set was meant to go with this. All right, so I'm just going to set those pieces aside. Okay, I think I've done all my stamping, so I can close my memento pad. All right, now this is what I want. I want this frame thing. So I'm just going to simply pull this out of there, and I'm just going to use my poker tool here because there's these little tiny triangles in the corner, and there's a couple over here, so I kind of want those out of the card while it's still attached to the big piece, because it kind of gives it a little stability while I'm doing that. Okay. Pull, pull, pull. Because I want these little grasses, and they're attached to the frame, so it is super cute. And maybe you did the Rhino class with me, and you might go and, oh, I have the Rhino set, I can do this. All right, so now this still will just set aside. I'll use it, for another card. And now we have this cute little frame. Now the frame originally went on like this. Where's a little piece of paper? Here, I'll show you the original card. So if you're like wanting to get this kit, you can see the original card. So the card was like this. But it went on the bunnies, right? So the bunnies were behind there, but I want it to be on here. So I'm doing it like this, but also I want to turn it on its side. So I have more room for my rhinos, and I wanted these kind of to be like the jungle, like maybe they're walking, you know, out of the jungle or whatever. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take the dimensionals here. Now we sell these at foam adhesive strips, and they work good too. They're a little thicker, you know, they're quite a bit thicker than you know, the dimensionals, but right now they're not available. So I thought, well, I'm just going to use what came with the kit, and I'm just going to cut little strips off the side, and we're going to make our own adhesive strips. So I'm going to stick these on my card. And this one's sticking to the table. All right. Because when you cut them, they get kind of bendy. Even the strips themselves are kind of bendy when you peel them off the thing. All right. I'm just going to keep turning. And this one's a little long, so I'm just going to trim that off. And I'll put this little tiny piece on one of these up here. So now I've got my little frame, and now when I stick it on the card, it's going to have some dimension to it. So let's bring our card over. Peel these off, and I'm going to stand up to put this on. So it's kind of bendy. All right, make sure I got this card opening the right way, or it's going to be an April Fool's card. All right, so we've got this on here that looks pretty good. Put the camera in the way there. All right. So there we have our cute little frame on our cute little checkered. Now, one time I was going to cut the checkered so it was the same size as the frame, but then it was just the white frame against the white card, and I liked that little pink on the outside, so I left it together. All right, so let's bring our cute little rhinos over and give them a quick color. She says quick as she empties a million blends out of the container. All right, but really it won't take long. All right, so we have, let me do the grass first. We can get our grass done. Now I did use the die to cut mine out, but they're really easy to cut out. They're not super intricate, so it's not hard if you don't have the die. All right. Now I'm going to do lemon lime twist and granny apple for my grasses, and I'm going to mix and match them because that's what this looks like too, right? It looks like dark and light at the same time. So I'm just gonna, you know, put a little bit on here, mix and match. No rhyme, no reason. I'm just having my grasses be a couple different colors. So this is the lemon lime, the light lemon lime. And the dark. Ugh. Oh my gosh, I can't get the lid off. There we go. I still am struggling with strength in the arm I broke. I don't know, maybe it'll never be as strong as the other one. Alright, so this is dark lemon lime. So I'm just putting a little bit on those. And then our granny apple. So let's get our light granny apple. And then this way it just kind of looks like those grasses that are on the card. So the fireworks last night, oh my gosh. The neighbors even were doing them on the 3rd. So poor Winston, I thought he was going to have a heart attack. And I had given him medicine, but I was like, oh, I don't want to double up the medicine because, I mean, I don't want to, you know, hurt him. And so I just put him in his crate, and then that just kind of calms him down because then he feels secure in there. But so hopefully the neighbors are done. But if it's like any years past, it's like they got to use up all the fireworks. Alright, so that was the dark granny apple. So now we have our grasses done, and they've got some light and dark looks to them. Then let's do our cute little rhinos. So we're going to do our light flirty, of course. We need some cute little cheeks. I'm also going to put it on their rhino horns. Now, I don't know if rhino horns are pink. I guess I could look it up just as easy. But my rhino horns are going to have some pink on them. And I'm also going to do pink little toes, even though they might be dark in real life. You know, when we are our own little artists when it comes to stamping, we can have our critters be any color we want. Alright, so that was light, flirty. Oh, hang on a minute, I forgot. I gotta do this little girl's cheeks. And we'll put a little bit over there. Alright. And then I'm going to take my dark petal and finish the horn. So I love putting petal and flirty together. Now I should have put her with like blue toenail polish or something. That would be so cute. Because I'm going to say that this is the boy and this is the girl. Like whether they are or not, I don't know. Alright, so let's also do our hippo body. So I'm going to use light smoky slate, dark smoky slate, and light pebbled path. So I have light smoky slate. And I'm just going to color the whole. I'm going to avoid her eye there. I'm going to color the whole right over the pink cheeks because you can still see them under there. So this is just light smoky slate. And I usually don't use the big tip, but there's quite a bit of area to cover, so I'm using the big side today. Alright. And then this guy. This one almost reminds me of a dinosaur, and I think maybe rhinos are related to dinosaurs. They even say that chickens are. They say that birds are related to dinosaurs, and I've seen some like crazy chickens in my life, like, and they really did look like they could be. So who knows? Alright, so this is the light smoky slate. Okay, and then I'm going to take the dark smoky. I'm going to put a little dark here and there. So I want some dark on that thing. We're just going to add a little dark so there's some shading. And then the stamp has these little lines, right? Like these little skin wrinkles. So you can make those darker for sure. And then this little guy. And I will soften this, even though this is like a cartoony, and a lot of times when I'm doing these critters that are cartoon-like, I just leave those lines. But I'm going to blend them out a little bit because I am going to go back in with the light pebbled and really darken up some of these spots. Okay. I think that looks good. So then I'm going to come back with my light smoky and then just knock down some of those marks. And I'm also kind of putting other marks in there so that my rhinos kind of almost have a texture to them. So they're not totally perfect. So see, they have, you know, they have just some little highlights and lowlights to them. All right, so now I'm going to take the light pebbled path, and I'm just going to go in and make a few of these a little bit darker, like in here. And I'm not going to go in and blend this out. I'm going to leave that dark, so like under the tail there. I'm going to leave these dark. I love pebbled path. It is such a cool, it's like a blackish gray. It is a definite must for sure. Because black is so dark, and this pebbled path, you know, granted I'm using the light one, but it's just dark enough. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing. And this is just going to add a little tiny bit of darkness in there. Because then it makes the lighter even brighter if you have that stark color right in there. I like to put a little color on the ears. Okay, so that looks good there. All right, now we have to color our little bird and our noisemaker, and then we can put our card together. So I'm just going to put a little pumpkin on our beak, and then I want my bird to have some baha. So I'm just doing light, not baha, little balmy. And I'm going to put light balmy on the noisemaker as well as dark. So my little bird has some different. Now I didn't color the inside bird. I mean, I could, but I just kind of left him naked. Naked as a jaybird. Too funny. All right. And light poppy parade. I don't know why I said that. I mean, sometimes sayings that Granny would say, because I remember she would say that. And I hope it is not a bad saying, because, oh my gosh, I hope it's not. Because she would say that when we got out of the bathtub. Please, God, have that not be a bad saying. All right, so we have our little noisemaker, but I want this to have some little like polka dots to make it look extra, extra cute. So I'm just going to use my jelly roll. But before I go to the red, I want it to be really good and dry because otherwise it looks pink. I'm going to come over and I'm going to add some to my cute little hippos. while the little red is drying. Alright, so I'm just going to put some little dots here and there. And little cheeks. So yes, I'm hoping we like our glasses. Alright, I also want to bring my little balmy blue back. And I'm going to put a little eyeshadow on our girl over here. Or mascara, or whatever it is, eyeshadow. And I'm just going to put a little blue above her eye. And then it just makes her look, you know, like she's a girl. Alright, so I am going to trim this a little bit. I want to take a little bit of this white off of that. And I'm also going to trim, once we get our card together, I'm also going to trim this mouth piece so it looks like it's coming out of her mouth. Alright, so let's bring our card over. Let's put our inside. So hopefully you have plans for something fun this weekend, even though we just kind of had a holiday. When you work for yourself, which is me, I don't really have like holidays, because I'm like, if I want to take the day off, I will. Alright, so we're going to put these grasses in here. So I'm going to take my green tip glue, and I'm going to put the grass first. So I'm just going to put a little green tip glue. I'm not going to put tons, because I want to slide that in there like that. And I use green tip glue because I want it like flush or flush-ish, because I want my rhinos on top of it. Do the same thing over here. So these just look like, you know, the frame is around them now. In the center. Like that. Then we're going to take our cute little rhinos, and they're going to be like walking. So he's like coming out of the woods, right, or the forest or whatever. Now I'm going to put these guys on with dimensionals, and I'm going to use the same dimensionals that I cut the side off. And then you know they're the same thickness as the frame. Alright, so I'm just going to slide him in here like that. And I'm going to have, so this foot's kind of back here, and then these little feet are like walking on the frame. Alright, now before I pull her, I'm like, do I want her on the frame or do I want her in the frame? If I want her in the frame, I'm going to trim her feet a little bit so that I can kind of tuck her in the frame. It's easier. Okay. So see, she can be on top of the frame or she can be tucked down in the frame. Let's see, what do I want? So I'm going to kind of tuck her just a little bit. So she's kind of sitting on the frame. Alright, so now we have the noisemaker, and I want it coming out of her mouth. But I kind of want it kind of, if I can pick it up, kind of like that. So I need to trim this at an angle so that it can come out of her mouth like at an angle. And then before I do that, I want to put those cute little polka dots on it. And that just totally changes the look of the noisemaker, doesn't it? With the cute little polka dots on it. Alright, so I want to let that dry. While that's drying, let's put our greeting on it. And then I'll show you the other card. Let me bring this over so I can see it straight. That looks kind of semi-centered. Okay. And then our little cute noisemaker. And I want to put the noisemaker there. So I had that at an angle like that, so it gives it a little more like pizzazz at an angle. And by cutting that, it took away that black line that was on the noisemaker. So here's one that I did in green that looks super cute, but I found after I colored it, it was green against the green grass, and you didn't see it as much. So I changed it and made it be a red noisemaker. But I'm keeping this because it is too cute and I can use it for something else. But by cutting this off, it takes that black line away, which makes that noisemaker look like it's coming out of the mouth instead. So just little tricks to you know, change things just by snipping, or sometimes you can add a line here with your marker. It's totally up to you. All right, so then we have the cute little bling that came with this as well, and we're going to use some of those too. All right, so I'm just going to plop them around the card. 1, 2, 3. They almost look like we're going to pretend they're little party confetti things or whatever. But look how cute. Oh my gosh. So here's the one I did earlier, just so you can see the difference. So they're very, very similar. But you can see here, I made her sit on top of the frame on this one. And then here I tucked her in the frame. So it's totally up to you how you want to do it. This one, I did the banner this direction. This one, I did the banner this direction. So again, it just depends on what you do to manipulate the thing. Same with how I trimmed that to make that noisemaker come out of her mouth, where it's really its own piece. But I love both of them, and I can hardly wait to make more. So make sure you check those online exclusives. All right, so let me say see you later, alligator. So yeah, make sure you check those online exclusives. If you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber and you want to get more, Paper Pumpkin refills, make sure you always holler at those. If you have any questions at all, make sure you holler at me. Otherwise, I will see you Monday for my Mimeograph Monday with a Twist. That will be at 3 o'clock Arizona time, same channel. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.